Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
First and 10, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's first and 10 at the 14.
Left. Right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go. 120.
On play action, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's caught inside the 35. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 52 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, empty. 82.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now it's the Boise State line, Jay Ajayi. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Bruce Irvin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And the pressure gets to him again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And this one is no good. He missed it, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Gun!
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl. And as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP Offensive Player of the Year. And for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants.
Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, defensive rookie of the year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts comeback player of the year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congrats to all.
Yeah, how about that? Donated his first 4 game checks to fund a literacy program that donated free books and mentoring services for families. And remember, last season, he donated every game check to causes that he felt strongly about.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go, let's go. Grade 15, grade 15. Grade 57, 57.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Wentz. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Wentz going to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Brooks Reed in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Black. Come on. 5-7.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On the left. Ram.
On 1st down, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Two minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. For the Falcons, Charles, we've talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker Deion Jones for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
On 1st down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10 now, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now Ryan on first down. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
21.
Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. Flushed, and he's going to go down again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. So 2 quarters, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Rip. 81. Here, shift. 2 jet. Hey, stack. Here, shift. Run.
To throw, it's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, it's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Center with a grab over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Hey, wait. Hey, gun. 12. Gun. 21. On. 39.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Ryan now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Ryan on second down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Run.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
82, 82. Black.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
82, 82.
On play action, Wentz on the move to his left. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a
bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
21. Hey. 22.
To throw again. Ryan. And that's caught at the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out.
First and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. It's Freeman. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Chris Long. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. Bryant's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start out on the ground with a J. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They run again with a J. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Get up! Left!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th.
Throw out to the perimeter. Maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu from 10 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to air one out. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now it's Ryan. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.